Alright, what's up everybody? I apologize early on for not posting my thoughts on the Buccaneers Chiefs game. 2 weeks ago, I was busy with college, finals week was coming up, I had to study for that. Overall, it was a good semester for me. But before I get into today's game with the Buccaneers winning against Minnesota 26 to 14, let me just briefly mention the Chiefs game for a little bit. It had basically the same notes as the Los Angeles Rams game did for us. It's just defense was just killing us and just allowing multiple pass yards. Tom Brady had two interceptions in that entire game that he couldn't bounce back from, and the score was basically 24 to 27 in both games. But one thing I will give credit for in that Chiefs game, Carlton Davis was trying his ass off to try to contain Tyreek Hill. But when he has no safety help, then it's going to be expected the best wide receiver in the National Football League, paired up with the best quarterback in the National Football League, in Patrick Mahomes, is going to get his 233 passing yards in the first half. That's just a given. So that game dropped us to 7-5. However, this game ended up getting us to 8-5, and it certainly didn't look like that because, man, in the first quarter our offense was stagnant, but we were able to hold Minnesota scoreless for the first quarter. But Dalvin Cook just kept running, ground and pound, ground and pound. He was basically torching our rushing defense apart, along with Amir Abdullah, who did sub in for a couple plays and managed to get 11 yards for the day. And I was thinking, oh my God, we're not doing this again, are we? We're not having a terrible fucking game where our defense doesn't do shit, our offense stagnates, and we basically just fucking get blown out in the first half, right? Well, thankfully, Tampa Bay proved me wrong on that because our defense today allowed for Tampa Bay's offense to start clicking. Like, our first play in Minnesota territory was a 48-yard bomber to Scotty Miller that put us up 7-6, thanks in part to the fact that Dan Bailey for the Minnesota Vikings had possibly one of the worst days ever for a kicker. Like, he couldn't make a fucking extra point. He had three missed field goals on the day. One from about 30 yards out, one from 40, one from 50-yard territory. And I was like, oh my God. All these kicks are just going wide left, wide right, wide everything. Like, Minnesota needs to cut him after this game, especially since this is his second game in a row with kicking woes. Oh, man. Well, what's more, Ronald Jones managed to stay consistent as a running back and got his yards, 18 carries, 80 yards, and a touchdown. Tom Brady played a clean game. It wasn't his best game, but hey, I'll take it. 15-23, 196 yards, two touchdowns to both Scotty Miller and Rob Gronkowski. Hey, if anything, I'll take that. I'll take that. Our defense, while not getting any interceptions and definitely giving up a lot of rushing yards throughout the game, our defense managed to put pressure on Kirk Cousins and hold him to just 225 yards passing and one touchdown. LaShawn McCoy had some good rushes to get him out of the negative zone and into the positive zone. Now he has 31 rushing yards for the Buccaneers for this season. Still doesn't change the fact that this signing was essentially the trashiest running back signing we've had in a long time. But a balanced running game mixed with a balanced passing game, and the fact that our defense managed to sack Kirk Cousins over and over and over and over again. Jason Pierre-Paul, man, coming up with the game clutch strip sack fumble and fumble recovery for us when it was like less than 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. This is a win I can get behind. We're now 8-5. We're going against Atlanta next week, and given our performance today, I would expect nothing less than the same results. So we go 9-5, and we're one. If we win against Atlanta next week, and we take on Detroit, that's an easy playoff berth for us because we'd be 10-5 right now, or we'd be 10-5 then, and whatever happens in Atlanta the following week won't change anything. So if this team continues to play the way it's been doing and the way it's done today for the next four weeks in a row, yeah, consider us a Tampa Bay Buccaneers playoff team.